So, oh boy, there's this guy. I sent you a link. Did you look at it? Did you
No,
ever
let me
look into him?
see. Oh, I did hit the living the thingy, the Larry duty thingy.
Yeah, living like Larry.
I did look into him. I found him finally on TikTok because I wasn't really sure which which platform he was on, and he was kind of hard to find on the other ones. But I did find him a little bit, and I did see some of his TikTok videos.
This guy has been going around. I think I first saw him maybe like a year or so ago, give or take. And
Mm-hmm.
he's just been going hardcore, posting in all these groups with his hashtag living like Larry. And he goes to like any and every restaurant around this area. And,
Okay.
and he's all like his number one first line is I'm taking a selfie, and then he'll be like I'm in front of blah blah blah, or I'm eating at this place, or
Okay.
whatever. And
Right.
his main goal is to become famous.
Oh,
He's like, I want to be a model, I want to be an actor, all this.
bless his little heart.
I
I've seen
know.
him.
I know.
Bless him. I mean, but yeah, I mean, have dreams. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah. Well,
You
the
know?
crazy thing is on Facebook he has like 27,000 followers. And this guy, like, when
Wow.
he
Okay.
posts, he'll post in
There's
groups
my
sometimes.
hummingbird.
Sometimes he like nobody comments, and then other times there's like 90
Like a
comments.
bazillion. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a
It's like one
lot
or
of
the other.
supportive people, but
Yeah.
there's also a lot of people that are like, just being rude and shit.
Assholes,
Yeah,
because
and
fucking people suck ass. Yeah.
one thing about Larry is he likes to talk about himself. Like
Hmm.
in his post, he'll be like, "I'm a great looking guy. Don't you guys be jealous? Blah blah blah. I could be a model." And I have a video, so I'm gonna just let you listen to the audio.
Okay. That'll
Um,
work.
but basically, this video is a full roundabout of who Larry is and what Larry's about. The guy wants a billboard, and in this video, actually, he's at a flea market. He's got yard signs, just white yard signs with black letters across that say hashtag living like Larry. He's got t-shirts. This
That's
guy
awesome. He's
bought,
really like going for it.
yeah, this guy paid for a space at the flea market just to sell his shirts and his yard signs that
You
say,
know, I bet he did pretty good.
I don't know. I
I
don't,
feel like if I was there and I saw this dude that just had signs and t-shirts, I'd probably just buy one.
just for
You
the
know, just to like to
cause.
support,
Yeah,
you
just for
know?
the cause.
Yes, like
Um,
like I'd almost feel bullied into
right, but
buying one. Like,
Larry talks a lot about himself, and that's what the turnoff is. But
okay.
yeah, I'll let you listen to this and see what you think.
That's hysterical.
I'm going live. I am making a video in Kings Mountain. Hashtag living like Larry. Look at me. I just want you to look at me. You men don't be jealous. When you get my age, you ain't gonna look this good. Trust me. You ain't gonna look this good. Hashtag living like Larry. Come and get you a shirt for your mom on Mother's Day. Hashtag I'm getting my billboard made. Believe it.
By the way, he wants a billboard.
I'm in Kings Mountain at 161.
So you get the you get you get the idea, you know?
Have you hunted down Larry? I'm surprised you haven't like tried to go find Larry
Well,
yourself.
a while back I did comment a couple times saying come be a guest on the podcast.
Yeah.
But he
Yeah.
never, like, I threw the bait out, but he never took it, you know?
Oh man,
But
lame.
yeah, but
Lame.
I mean,
That's
in no way am I making fun of Larry, but
No,
it is
I mean, more
it is
power to
comical. Yeah, like it is
But it's
comical, and lately I've been seeing a lot of negative comments, which is obviously that's going to happen.
Yeah,
But
I mean, yeah, you put yourself out there, you're gonna open yourself up to
yeah, it's just
everything.
it's been very fun following the Larry saga. And there was somebody that trolled him. So somebody made a bunch of flyers. They took his picture, and Larry is a Dallas Cowboys fan. He's always got his Dallas Cowboys lanyard on, his hat, this and that. And somebody made flyers with Larry's picture on it with an Eagles hat on. And
what a dick.
yeah, Larry was
Oh no.
in the picture. Larry was licking ice cream, and they said hashtag licking like Larry.
No, what a dick.
And apparently they spread these flyers like all over the town. Like
what a fucking asshole.
yeah, and Larry was upset. Let me tell you.
Yeah,
Larry
the
was
Eagles
pissed.
Had alone as a fucking Cowboys fan.
But hear
is
this.
Blasphemy.
Literally like maybe a few days later, Larry's at Tony's Ice Cream fucking licking down some ice cream.
I was about to say, I mean, at least, respect,
He's going with it, yeah.
right? Yeah, respect, because at least he's smart enough to know, okay, well, if people saw these flyers and shit, I might as well just fucking take advantage, right? And
Yeah.
just feed into it and go get me some ice cream.
I think he tried to get people to come like see him at Tony's Ice Cream too. Tony's Ice Cream is like a super old ice cream place in Gastonia, and like they have really good food and stuff. But like the way he played it off in the post he made, like I'm gonna be at Tony's Ice Cream, but he also said like I don't know what time I'm gonna be there.
Bless his heart, he tried. Right?
I'm gonna be there.
He just didn't
at
make
some
it all
point.
the way. Right?
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna be there probably this day.
Yeah.
Sometime.
So yeah,
Be there.
that's living like Larry.
Bless Larry.
Isn't that great?
But that's hysterical. And I respect also to his confidence. Cuz like I said, I found him on TikTok and I was like, is this what he's like talking about? Like is it this dude, right? And he was talking about like I forget what restaurant he was at in North Carolina, but I was like, "Oh, yeah, this is probably him." Yeah. But like I said, I know what Larry looks like.
This
Bless
guy
him.
wants a billboard.
What does he think's gonna happen with a billboard? Like nobody uses billboards no more.
Well, here I took a screenshot, or I took a picture of some comments. This was like one of his posts with a billboard. Like he wants a billboard just because he wants people to get to see him. Yeah. Like he wants to
Right.
get as famous as possible. He wants to do all this stuff, but he's just Larry, like
He's just okay.
he's just Larry. Like no offense, Larry.
He's like not bringing anything else to the table.
Right,
other than
right.
He's Larry.
Other than the drive to be famous, he's not bringing shit to the table.
And now I'm kind of mad I did not get a shirt for Mother's Day from Larry.
Yeah. Okay, so this comment, so like I said, he's been talking about this billboard thing. And
Right.
like he's been asking like who can help me out to get a billboard like
You call a number and you see how much it is to rent
like
it, Larry.
who knows a guy that knows a guy type of thing. But
Okay, right.
and I actually commented one time saying like, you can just lease out a billboard.
Well, that's
You
what
just
that's
call
what
the
I'm saying.
number.
Like, just call the number that's on a billboard,
Right.
Larry, and you can put whatever the fuck you want on it.
Yeah.
Like,
Within reason,
like- Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. You don't want to be famous for other stuff.
Yeah, right. So this comment says, Larry, I say this with much respect. A billboard on I-85, like you're talking, is $4,000 to $5,000 a month, with at least a 6-month commitment, plus fees to make the billboard, etc. So let's use a nice round number, $60,000 a year for a billboard, which I mean,
Yeah, that's
on a
about
hot
right.
spot
and
on
that might
85?
Even be, I mean, and that might even be kind of lowballing,
Right,
too.
right.
Just depending on where on 85, right? Like if you're getting closer to like Charlotte or you're getting closer down to somewhere else.
right. And
Just
so $60,000 a year for a billboard. He said, so people recognize you. My friend, again, I don't mean to any harm, but with the few that will notice you from it, there will be a lot of trolling and jokes that come to you. He said, are you mentally strong enough for this? And then the next comment was, I don't think he is stable. The next comment was, sir, just be grateful people like Larry are in this world. And I couldn't agree more.
I mean, all of it's fair, right? Like, none of them are wrong.
Every single one of those comments was on point.
Like, they are not wrong at all, because this is the thing. Like, I love that the dream is the billboard. It shows his age, for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Because...
I mean, billboards are still a thing. Like,
I mean, yeah, but like, who's looking at billboards anymore? Like,
I think we
nobody.
subconsciously look at them, honestly.
Yeah, but nothing really is going to register. Like, so, like, what, you see Larry's face on a billboard, and if you're old and you're still driving to work, right?
I mean, I don't know.
You see a dude, and you're like, I don't know who that is. Like, you probably are going to think it's like an advertisement for like IBS or something.
I would at least like look up the hashtag. And then I see this guy
you would, but like,
with
how
nothing
many
to
other
offer
people in their car that's not Rain.
Right, exactly.
Actually,
I mean, and that's what the guy was saying. Like,
I should totally look up this dude. That's what
you
want to
spend
like
60 grand a year for 10 people to really
right. Like, he probably gets a lot more exposure on social
doing
media
what he's doing. Yeah,
without having to spend.
They always say when you start getting
dollars.
haters, that's when you've made it. And Larry's got some haters. I know I see one guy always bitching at Larry for just being Larry, you know?
I mean, I'm not the most positive, and I'm definitely not as optimistic anymore as I used to be. But I do not have the energy to be hating on people that are just trying to, do something. Hell, like...
I just like I said, I've been following Larry for a year or so, and
Larry,
it's just fun to sit in the background and just watch
and just kind of see what Larry's up to.
Yeah, Larry might become something.
He might. I mean, these days, absolutely.
Yeah,
he absolutely could. I mean, I think he'd be better off like trying to use his energy to be like on a game show or a reality contest of some type.
A reality show of Larry, would be great. You might have,
the 15 stars that want to watch it.
We might have to cut that out of what we post of this podcast because we need to do that reality show with Larry.
Yes, we should totally do that reality show.
We need to go approach Larry and be like, "Listen, guy.
Look,
we're going to follow you around. We're going to film you,
we're just going to see how it goes.
You just be Larry.
No promises. Yeah, no promises. You just keep doing you because we love what you're doing. Okay. But we can't promise a billboard or nothing. But, maybe.
Can't promise a billboard. Not just yet.
Maybe somebody who says something to somebody and knows another guy, and somebody might,
in a roundabout way, never say never.
Like, maybe would know where you could get a billboard. So, like,
is it illegal to put your own like sign up on the side of the interstate?
I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure it's got to be. Like, you can't even pluck a flower on the side of the interstate.
Well, I mean, that true crime case that's famous because the father rented 3 billboards for. God, how long did he have those billboards? Have you ever heard about that?
I don't think so.
Did you ever hear about this? So, I forget exactly everything about the case, but this man's daughter, I can't remember what state it was in. She was brutally murdered, and the cops didn't really do anything. They said there was like no evidence, but he kind of already knew who it was or whatever. So case goes cold. Well, he decides he rented 3 billboards, and at like once a year he changes the billboard. So like sometimes they'll say like the so-and-so police department, knows who did it, and justice for my daughter, and all these things, and he's done it for decades, like decades. Wow. 3, and they actually some years back they made a movie based on that story, but they changed a lot of the stuff. But it's an excellent movie. It's probably one of the best character arcs I've ever seen in my life with cinema. But it's like 3 billboards outside of Ebbing, I think is what it's called. But it's fabulous. Highly recommend.
That's
Sure.
interesting. Yeah.
It's a really fucking good movie. But yeah, no, and they're still up today, as far as I know.
Wow. That's
So,
really
yeah,
cool.
For like 30 something years, he's on these damn
Wow.
billboards.
Where does he get this money?
Well, initially he was funding it, and then some people started giving him money to help like keep the billboards
Yeah.
going. So a lot of people were just like helping him fund these billboards to like get justice and all that stuff. But
You imagine Elon going in with Doge and they're like, why?
I know.
America's been funding Billboard Man
Be
for
like,
the
"I'm
last
sorry,
30 years.
How are you like right? Like how are you justifying $11 billion of state money for 3 billboards in the middle of nowhere?
Talking shit about the police department.
Right, exactly. Talking shit about your government employees,
Yeah.
right? Essentially. How much are these fucking billboards, right? Like, how can
Ask Larry.
you, goddamn, right? Like, no wonder Larry can't get a billboard.
You know,
Right?
Larry, this guy, I swear to God, he has to eat out 3 times a day. And he works in like a plant or whatever. I'm not exactly sure what they do. And I'm sure I don't know what he does, but let's just say between $20 and $30 an hour.
Right.
I would assume.
Right.
I could be
That's about-
wrong.
Yeah. That's
But this
probably
guy
about
eats out
average.
every day, everywhere. Just making living like Larry videos.
Dude. Maybe he's onto something. Maybe I need to start side hustling the shit out of that myself.
Maybe we just need to start living like Larry.
So we need t-shirts, yard signs, and money to eat out. Is that am I missing anything?
I think you
The
nailed
secret
it.
recipe of Larry, like, is that pretty much what
And
what
nothing else to offer.
what encompasses
Yeah.
how to do it? And then we could actually like make money on it.
Yeah. You never know.
I mean, that would be incredible because
Yeah.
I know everybody still don't feel like we make enough because I know I don't.
No,
and I make
hell
pretty
no.
good money.
No.
But
Gas
it don't go that far.
is turning me inside out.
Dude, I am so grateful that I am remote because dude, there's no fucking way. And the thing too, it's like all this kind of stuff, right? Every time something like this happens, I'm so grateful that I'm a millennial, right? Because it's like, how many times have we seen like gases shortages or gas prices go sky high through the roof?
Yeah.
I remember I waited like one time, I waited for like almost an hour for gas, and it was like the one gas station within like 20 fucking miles
Yeah.
that still had gas.
Anytime it would go. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, you're fine. But like I was waiting behind this bitch, and she literally was at the pump for all of 2 minutes and just left. Or was like she was leaving, and I got on my car and I walked up to her and I was like, "I'm sorry. Did you just top off? Like, is that all you fucking just did? You know what I'm saying? Like, we're all sitting here on
Did you
fucking
just
E
top off?
or damn close to it, and you fucking have been like taking up space just to get out of your car and put what, $4 fucking of gas in it? Like, it's $6 a gallon, bitch. What the fuck? Like, you didn't even put a gallon in there? Like, oh, I was so mad. And she was like, I can get whatever gas I want. No, because
Man.
she's a bitch and I'm like, dude, you've been in line as long as I have.
That's hilarious.
You were on full when you got in this line. And you literally just put enough gas in your car to make up for the time that you were waiting in this fucking line for gas. Like,
She drove.
what a bitch.
She drove 2.5 miles to work, and then 1.5 miles to the gas station, and then the rest
And then
home.
was like, fuck, I need to top off.
Yeah, can't.
You know,
you
like,
never
there's
know.
no gas.
You never
right?
know.
So, there's no gas, so I need to top off. Like, go fuck
People-
off. Like,
I
I'm
remember-
so mad.
Honestly, I can't remember a time I've seen it this high. But
feel
I
like we
remember
have, but
times
I could be wrong.
I remember times where it's all of a sudden like super low for some reason. Like I
Mm-hmm.
remember seeing it like $1.99, I think, or something like that one time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then
Yeah.
people were just lined up, because they think,
Oh,
oh my God, I got to
absolutely.
get it now. It's going to run
No,
out.
yeah, well, and that's why I'm just like, okay, like yes, the gas sucks. Yes, and the thing is too, it's like the gas being this high, I think people would accept if everything else wasn't already so fucking high
Right.
too,
That
right?
makes a
Like
lot of sense.
it's just
Yeah.
one of those things where it's like, okay, groceries are still astronomical. Power
Mhm.
bills are still astronomical. Insurance is still, car payments, all these things are still super fucking high. And then you're bragging that you got it down, below 250 or whatever. And then for what? For 3 weeks later, for it to just jack the hell up and triple in some places in a
Yeah.
matter of weeks? Like, what the like? And I think that's where the disconnect is, right? Like, I feel like, of course, if our safety is questionable, as we do what we got to do.
Mhm.
But people have been telling y'all for years that we can't afford life. So if you keep throwing it in our face and you keep, pushing us to the brink, what are you thinking is going to happen?
This is and this is like, the cherry on top because like you said, life is already expensive and then all of a sudden gas is just insane. Like it's stupid.
Yeah.
We've hit a like I haven't been this broke in a while just because
No.
like I totaled my Honda, which I didn't like at the time, but I miss it.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
Like
Yeah.
I put $110 in my tank the other day and it wasn't even full.
Gosh. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like for years right now, like for 4 years, right? For sure 3 years,
Mm-hmm.
we as the people have been saying like, hey guys, like stuff's getting a little wonky, right? It's like it's not, rents going up, mortgage rates went up. It's, the housing market, went up out of reach for a lot of people, and all these things are, it's like, hey guys, like we need to get a little handle on this
Mm-hmm.
now, right? Before it gets out of control. And it's just got more and more and more and more. And now it's just a lot of people, even before the gas got so high, right? A lot of people are sitting there being like, it's almost not even worth me having a job.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it's already like I work. I work 2 jobs, I work 3 jobs, I'm side hustling, I'm doing all this stuff for what? Just to pay my rent and buy food, and that's it? Like, they're already sitting there and questioning their quality of life. And now on top of that, it's like now you're charging them so much fucking money to go to the job that's not even worth them having already. So it's like, how guys, like,
Yeah.
come on. Like,
I,
come on.
yeah. I mean, I could see it pushing more people to like want to live off the grid or car camping, like van camping, car camping, whatever. That's become huge
Oh
in the
yeah,
last
no,
couple
yeah,
of years.
the van life. Oh man, that van life has been kicking off. And I mean, like, I we lived when we were, moving back down to Georgia and getting our property set and all those things. Like, we lived in a camper for a year and a half, and honestly, it wasn't that freaking bad.
I
Like,
mean,
it wasn't. I mean, yeah, for, us and then our adult child at the time. So it was like 3 adults basically in there, 2 dogs and 2 cats. But really, like, we were so lucky
mhm.
that we found where we found and we were able to make that work, because I don't know what we would have done. Like, because you can't save money while you're renting, because your rent is more than you're fucking bringing in on top of your utilities, and top of all these other things, and God forbid, life, right? I mean,
Yeah.
our washing machine, not even a year and a half old, shit a brick on us because the sensor went kind of wonky. We had to go buy, we just bought like the cheapest washing machine at Home Depot that you could buy. because we didn't have a freaking washing machine.
Mm-hmm.
And we're lucky we were able to do that. But like, God forbid that happens to somebody that wouldn't be able to do, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, guys, man. And I was bitching too because I spent almost $60 the other day because I needed new wipers for my freaking car.
Oh yeah.
You know, and
Yeah,
I'm
it's
like,
everything. It's literally
it's like
everything.
$60 here, $200 here, 75 there. I mean, it adds up real quick, and then your
Mhm.
paycheck's gone.
Yeah.
And then you're just like, okay, well now what?
Yeah, it's like you know, and like I've had this question before. Like I hate asking this question or saying this question, but it's like what is the purpose of life if all you do is struggle to survive? I mean, granted, we have it way better than most.
Oh, yeah, hands down,
I mean,
absolutely.
like,
Right?
I'm
But
not-
hands down, absolutely. And I feel like that question is super valid, but I feel like people automatically assume that that question is meant more like philosophical, like, oh, society and all this stuff. And it's just like, well, yeah, I mean, you kind of have to have that. Yes, you do. But if you look back, right, like for example, our income tax,
Mm-hmm.
when that was implemented, it was supposed to be temporary,
Right.
right? So, like, think about it. If it was actually temporary, we would have more money and we would have more things. Or if things were like, if stuff went different ways, right? If people didn't get super greedy and didn't find loopholes through everything, because that's the name of the game, right? Let's find the loophole around everything. I think it would be great. I think life would still be fine with us all doing our jobs and raising families and doing all that stuff. And it would still, you still would feel like you had accomplished something
Right.
without having to think like, okay, well, let's just take society away altogether. Okay, well, that doesn't sound fun, in my opinion.
Right. I feel like there's no longer the American dream.
Mhm.
The American dream today is I just hope I make it out alive. You know.
Yeah, like I just need to get through it.
Yeah.
You know, and I was telling my dad, I love my dad so much, and I can actually talk to him, but we have during our conversations the past couple years, we've had segments that I have deemed de-boomering my dad. Right? Because he'll just be like, he just goes into this like, and nothing against boomers, okay, they're our parents, I love them, whatever, okay, but I feel like they don't believe us when we say things. You know what I'm saying? Like, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, I
Yeah.
feel like they don't believe us.
The
when
I
we
told you
say
so is
something.
starting to teeter to the
Yes,
other
like
side.
it's flipping, right? Like it's
Yeah.
flipping around.
Like my
right?
dad told me all this stuff. I'm like, whatever. And then it's always like, okay, yeah, you were right. But now we're hitting
Now
a
it's like-
point where it's starting to teeter back, where it's like, listen,
Exactly. Like
You're
not
falling behind.
Understanding the problem here, old man. Right? So like there was like, I forget what he had said. Oh, there was one time where, you know, they started reporting where the births were declining and
Mhm.
not as many people were having kids and stuff. And bless his heart, like I said, I love my dad so much. But he called me and he was like, he was like, I'm worried. And I was like, about what? Right? Like, please elaborate. And he was like, well, I was reading this article and they talked about not as many people are having kids anymore. And I was like, yeah. And he was like, well, why? I was like, Daddy, honey, listen. The average daycare cost is over $2,000 a month. And he was like, that's not, I said, stop talking. You haven't had, I was like, you know, with all due respect, you have not had to put a child in daycare for 38 years. Sir, you cannot speak on this. You don't know what you're talking about, right? Like, it's like if they never seen $1,800 rent for a 1-bedroom apartment, it's not real. We're just lying.
Right.
You know, like
It gets
no,
away
like this
from
is
him.
what it is,
Yeah.
right? And I told, because then he was talking to me, I think most recently he was like, why is everybody blaming us, blaming us the boomers? And I was like, well, because y'all have been in power for like 212 fucking years. Like, I don't know, like, who the hell else did it, Dad? Like, nobody else has had nobody's had the opportunity, Dad, to fuck it up their own way, right? Like, y'all have been fucking it up for a long time now. So I'm just saying.
I feel like there is
right?
no generation beyond the boomers, you know?
No,
like
it's just them.
it's just been you guys, you know.
Forever, right? Like the whole time, right? Like, and we just kind of showed up, just poofed into existence
Yeah.
because it was like boomer generation in power for like 180 freaking
The
years,
rest of us
right?
fell into the wrong timeline.
Yeah, exactly. And he was like, well, they're saying that like we lied to our kids and da da da. And I said, Daddy, I said, listen, I said, in your defense, my whole life, all I ever heard from my parents was, you go to college, you get a good job, you'll be fine. That's all I ever heard my whole life. Since
Yeah,
I can
same.
remember them speaking words to me.
Yeah.
Those were what were spoken. And I said, Daddy, again, in your defense, and all due respect, I get where y'all were coming from. And no, I don't believe that you knew 40 some odd years ago that you were fucking liars. Okay? But I think what you guys didn't do is pay enough attention to what was happening and the long-term problems that was going to cause while you were spewing y'all's bullshit.
Yeah.
Right? I was like, because here I am, 41 years old. I make good money on paper. The number looks pretty.
Yeah.
I never in my life thought I'd see a number like that. Don't mean fucking shit.
Not
It
these
doesn't
days.
mean shit.
Yeah. It's
sad.
sad.
And so it's like, that's what's frustrating, man. And it's one of those things. So I'm just like, no, but yeah, we're going to keep blaming y'all because y'all did it. I mean, it is what it is. Prove me wrong. You can't because, because he was like, well, when my parents would vote, he's like, they just vote for the one who wasn't the incumbent. And I said, well, that's a cute theory, Dad. But, these days it's either you're voting for this 117-year-old white guy or this 115-year-old white guy. I mean, there's really not that big of a difference.
Or the 98-year-old white woman.
Exactly. Like, it's just like they're all old, Dad. They're all old. They're all the same. And it's all, crap. Because I don't know about y'all, but I'm really tired of everything being so fucking political.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
And
yeah.
you just can't get a break from it.
It's insane.
It's so upsetting.
Everything.
Like, oh my gosh. I was at my friend's husband. They have a 90s and early 2000s cover rock band, and I go see them as often as I can because I love them. They're my boys. They're great. They're fabulous. Shout out Beyond Recall. Anyway, but we're at one of their shows in February, I think early February, and her brother was asking me if I watched the Super Bowl, and I said no, I didn't. And he kind of looked at me funny, like an automatic assumption to why I didn't watch it. And I said, no, I did not watch it because of one side or another side. Can we just not watch a fucking sports game without it being one side or another?
Yeah.
Like, can we just have something? Can a movie come out to where it's not one side or another? Can a song come out where it's not one side or another? I was like, I'm just tired of everything just being like,
can we just wake up one
you
day
have to divide
and not be told that this date is the last day of the world? Like,
yes, like,
how many end of times days have this been set?
well,
you
well,
know,
like, what I was wondering the other day randomly, I was like, where the fuck are those aliens at? Like, it's been taking them a minute to get here. Like, where the fuck are they?
There's so many things I've been waiting on for so long.
Like, what is happening? Did y'all stall out?
Yeah.
Right? Did you have to stop in Jupiter to get, like, gas? Like, what is going on? Because I thought y'all were supposed to be here already.
Yeah. Well, all of
And
a sudden, all these people started
was
getting
ready.
sick on this cruise.
Oh, the cruise,
Yeah.
dude. I will say, I hate people, but I do love the internet because these memes that people have been throwing
Yeah,
out
it's amazing.
about that ship was amazing. I was cracking my ass up. I saw one that was like they were playing the Titanic song, and it was like the iceberg, and he's like, we need a fucking hero, and it's like just shows the iceberg. It's like yes,
That's
please.
amazing.
No, it was so great. So I love the internet.
That is amazing.
It does bring me joy a lot of times because I was like,
we just need one
please.
iceberg.
Like just one. Like we need a hero. And you just see this little iceberg just floating. It's like,
Oh
where
my
you
God.
at, dude? Come on, baby. Like
That
where
is
you
the best.
at, right? Like it's time. Like make your move, right? Let's do some shit. And don't get me wrong. Like I feel bad for their situation. Okay.
Yes,
sorry, not
sucks.
sorry, baby. It like you. Got to stay out.
If I was on that cruise, knowing what's going on and everything, and they said we can't let you leave this boat, like we're gonna feed you, take care of you, whatever,
like,
but we can't let you leave this boat. I'd be like, I understand for the sake of the world.
100%. There is no way that I'm going out of this life being that guy.
Yeah.
Right? That started the next one?
Yeah.
No.
Patient
No,
zero.
I would want to be like no, I'm good. Where's my little umbrella drink?
Yep. Just keep the alcohol coming.
Come on, where's my little pool guy? Like, let's just do this. Because it was so funny. Because I saw, actually, like, before I knew what was going on with all that, I saw the video that passenger, like, posted.
Mm-hmm.
Like, begging for sympathy and all this stuff. And I was just like, oh, my God, are they just stuck out there? That's terrible. And then, like, I saw the movie, what was actually happening and the news story and stuff, and I was just like, oh no, fuck all of y'all. Like, no, I don't give a shit.
We ain't going through this shit again.
Not sorry. I'm gonna throw
once.
wisdom out. Yeah, like, the needs of a few don't outweigh needs of the many, right?
Yeah.
Tiberius Kirk, captain of the Starship Enterprise. like y'all gots to go.
That's funny.
Peace, motherfucker. Because honestly, I don't think we as people would tolerate anything close to what we had with Corona, at all.
No.
Like, not even close. I don't even think we'd tolerate it,
No.
right? Like, and then I was even more pissed because then I saw they were allowed to dock, and I was like, okay, well, if you're going to allow them to dock, then they just need to stay with y'all. Right? And you can just babysit their little asses and keep them on that island. And then it was like, oh, 2 of the passengers live in Georgia. And I was like, fuck you.
I've seen so many different things saying, like,
dude,
all these states that have people, like, under watch or whatever.
Yes, there's like
it's
8 or 10
on.
of states or something. And then, like, I think the governor of Georgia or somebody close to him was talking about how the 2 passengers from that cruise have been taken in. They're being monitored by the CDC and all this other stuff, and that they're prepared this time.
Yeah.
And I was like,
does monitored mean like having a nurse stop by your house every other day or something?
Exactly. Like, this time, are you? Because last time was so great. You guys did so good last time. I have full faith that you can handle this.
Yeah, you got it, Fauci.
They're not in a metal cell locked somewhere underground. Why? I'm just saying.
So you used to sell life insurance.
I did.
When I think about selling life insurance, I think of Groundhog Day and that one guy. Man, he had such a funny name. When he walks up on the sidewalk, hi,
Now you're gonna make me look it up.
You know what I'm talking
about?
about?
I've not seen that movie in forever, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I love
he sells
movie.
life insurance, like some guy he knew from the past or something.
Yes. No, I never intended to do that for a little bit. It only lasted for a little bit for obvious reasons, which you will soon learn. It was a ride. I was in between jobs, right? Trying to just find something. And I actually initially got recruited just to work like in the office, and help with the clerical stuff. And then, my friend who I met worked there. She managed one of the teams. Lynn, she talked me into getting my license for it and start selling it with her. So I was like, okay, I mean, yeah, might as well, right? Like, might as well try to make some good money. We sold mostly into Tennessee and North Georgia mountains. So if that tells you anything, that was
Was it commission only?
yeah, kind of. So you'd basically you'd basically sell a policy and you would get a certain amount for that policy initially. And then as long as they had that policy, so through the life of that policy, you would get kickbacks every year from that policy. So a lot of the people that had been doing it for a really long time, right, most of their income was actually from the kickbacks of the
see.
policies that they had previously sold.
Huh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I think I still randomly get like a $7 check every year.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Still getting
know?
residuals.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, it's like I like wrote a hit song or something. It's crazy. It's like, what the hell is this for? Oh yeah, that's right. Insurance, right? So we
Back in that downtime of my life.
Right, exactly. Down
Paid
to like
off.
that 3 months where I was like insane and just trying to figure out what the hell I wanted to do. But we would cold call to set up appointments, and then we would go sell the policy in person, right? So I was really good at like talking to people, getting those appointments. So I had like shit tons of appointments all the time. The appointments weren't the hard part. It was the convincing everybody that burying your loved one in your backyard is literally illegal and you can't do that, because that seemed to be everybody's plan. Right?
Really?
What if, God forbid, something happens to your husband? Well, I mean, I got a backyard. Like, okay, well, that's illegal.
Actually planning on
Yes.
Like if one or the other died, like, well, I'll just put you in the backyard.
Yeah, I'll just put you in the back. Yeah.
Like, who's gonna, like, if I bury you in the backyard, who's gonna bury me in the backyard so we can be together
right? Well,
again?
then, like, hopefully, like, we'd have to pray we had kids, right?
All right.
Somebody's got to do it.
Somebody else, yeah.
It was insane how they were just and I understand the hesitation of something like that, right? Especially like when I never thought about it before. I was I wasn't young, but I was young enough to not really have considered it before, things like that. Dying is expensive.
Oh yeah.
Not only is expensive to die as far as medical, taxes, all those things, but burials are expensive. I mean, and unfortunately, there's so many people out there that want to take advantage and upsell, especially if you have insurance money that'll pay for it, right? And all of a sudden, all of it's gone now, and you're like, how did I spend $80,000 on a funeral?
Right.
It can be done.
And do you ever see a new graveyard?
No, I don't. I actually I've always thought about that, right? Because I understand the concept of burying the dead. And I know as far as a lot of religious branches,
Yeah.
right? Like Catholicism and a lot in Christianity and things like that. Like they do believe in burial and not burn or, whatever. But I'm like, okay, you buy a plot, you're buried into that plot. You're only known for what, 2 more generations max? And then nobody, so it's like, that's, to me, that almost seems more depressing.
Yeah.
Because then you're just going to be there, right? Because you are sacred now. You are, nobody can move you. Unless they're making a movie, Poltergeist, I'm looking at you. Like you are there forever. That ground will not be disturbed. For why?
If you take,
yeah,
if you take the amount of people dying every day, and of course you have to subtract the ones that are getting cremated, but the amount of people that are dying and getting buried every day, it just doesn't. It seems like there's not enough graveyards.
No, and one of my favorite places in on the planet is Savannah, Georgia. Love me some Savannah. Go all the time. Got married there in a cemetery, actually. But a lot of times you're having to, I mean, think about even over in Europe, right? Like during the plague and stuff. I mean, they just literally just stacked bodies just in a hole because there was
Yeah.
just not enough, right? I mean, and even in Savannah, you have there's literally a person buried on every square inch of that city limit because for a long time, like, their main cemetery was Bonaventure, right? Well, a funeral would take all day before cars, right? Everybody'd have to walk
Yeah.
there, and it was miles and miles, and so it's all day. And if you had like a person pretty much die almost every day, everybody's just walking back and forth every day. So for about 100 years, nobody was buried at Bonaventure because it just was just too much damn time. It just took up too
I ain't
damn
got
much
time for that.
Yeah, like, we don't got time to walk back and forth to fucking Bonaventure like every fucking day, y'all. Like, damn, can we put Charlene somewhere else? Wink, wink. Like, what the hell is
Can you
going
please
on?
not die
Yeah,
tomorrow?
like, can we?
Like,
can
just
we,
give me a break.
exactly. Like, can we just pretend and, like, if they did, just put a blanket over it and we'll just
Yeah, just
wait
put
for
it in the
Saturday
freezer.
or something? Yeah, like so.
I just looked up how many on average die every day in the world. Rough average, about 150 to 175,000 people die worldwide every day.
That's a lot of dead people.
I mean, and think about it. A 6 foot by 2.5 foot wide plot times, let's say half of that. That'd be, let's say 75,000 burials a day. Don't you think we'd run out of space?
Not unless they start stacking them on top of each other and just
Yeah.
don't say nothing.
Like, or they just dig them back out later on and then, I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
I know a lot of some states are actually doing a lot more of the what's it called?
They're
You
going to
think I
start making
know.
condos for people's
I mean, well, and honestly,
caskets.
some plots turn out to be a really good fucking investment. To be honest with you, because with Bonaventure specifically, right? I looked into getting a plot at Bonaventure. Now, I've never wanted to be buried. I've always wanted to be cremated because I want to make my child keep me, and whatever. But I looked into getting buried there because that's where me and Darren got married, and they don't have plots anymore. They're completely sold out, right? Now, you can find them online starting at $42,000 for a freaking burial plot. And I was like, well, hot damn. Okay, I'm sorry. Instead of potty training, I should have just been buying up plots of damn Bonaventure,
Yeah.
for like $4 or $5 each, and then been like, who wants to die? Who wants to be buried here? Woo,
Right.
I've got 50. Who's got 55?
That's
like,
crazy, people.
and like
Yeah.
actually like make money off because like at this point that might need to be a millennial and Gen Z's retirement plans because that's about the only
Right.
like land we're gonna own if
Yeah.
we keep it up, right? So yeah, I mean it's just insane to me. And a lot of the newer ones are doing the cement, like the vaults, like the above
Oh, yeah.
ground, like
Yeah.
the vaults, so you can put more people in it and stuff like that. But it's crazy. It's crazy to me. Like, just it's so much. And I feel like, with selling life insurance, right? What it really kind of did for me more than anything, other than give me fun stories, is show me how like almost selfish it is to not have at least a plan, at least to have some kind of to where your loved ones know, like, okay, I want to be buried, or I want to be cremated, I want this, I want that, like, stuff like that. Because it if you just leave them in the lurch, like, again, it's a lot of money and it's not going to get any cheaper.
Yeah.
So you're
I
just
was-
kind of
It's funny you say
setting
that.
them up for failure.
It's funny you say that because I was about to, like, my next question was going to be, do you think life insurance is a scam? Because I think normal insurance is a little scammy, you know.
Normal insurance
But-
is a little scammy, but we have to remember, why is insurance scammy?
When you-
right? Regular insurance is scammy because they can control the prices.
Right.
And they only make money if we're sick.
Hmm.
Right? With life insurance, I don't think it's a scam. I do think it's misused.
Yeah.
Right? Because you do have that money, and it also, like, depending on the company you buy it through, it can also go up in value.
Mhm.
Right? So, like, it is a good investment. You are also, like, I feel like a lot of times people don't realize that it's actually meant for you to use before you die.
Really?
Yeah.
so?
Like, as long as you're paying into it, right, at some point you can cash it out, right?
Oh.
So initially, like, you would want to cash it out when you're making your arrangements, right? Like, okay,
you're planning for your own death.
Yes.
That's
I'm gonna pay
insane.
off. Well, I think it's genius.
Well,
because
I
then,
mean, yeah, but how many people are really going to think about that or
not anymore,
follow
because
through
the
with
culture
that?
changed,
Yeah, right. Okay,
we,
yeah.
we look at it differently. We look at death differently. We look at it as, like, oh, bad juju, choo choo choo, don't come at me with that and stuff, stuff like that. But at the same time, what you do is you die, right? And you leave whoever's left to grieve for you, but then also have to deal with paying a death tax and dealing with getting, titles switched over and properties fixed and all this stuff. And then on top of that, they're supposed to plan your funeral that you thought was bad luck to talk about. So they have no fucking idea. So you can't be mad at them looking down, being like, I don't even like that fucking song, dumbass. Because you didn't say anything. Like,
Is there...
Like, when the hell did I ever say that I liked Pink Roses ever? Like, at what point in my life, right? Well,
is there actually
before.
a death tax?
Yes, every state has a death tax, and it is paid upon the. Oh my gosh, my brain today.
So
on the estate.
if my significant other dies, I got to pay taxes because they died.
Because they died. Yes, you do.
Wow.
Every state.
That is some bullshit.
It's paid against the estate.
Uh-huh.
Of course. So you can't forget to pay it. You can't choose when to pay it, because the estate will be locked up in probate anyway, especially if they don't have a will. That's another thing that people don't do hardly anymore either. And it's tacked on almost like a lien.
Wow.
So none of that gets released until that's paid. But yeah, every state has a death tax. Yeah.
Can you imagine financing your grandpa's death tax?
That's what I'm saying. Like, you got to deal with all those things on top of just normal human grief shit.
You can literally finance anything these days.
Like, oh, well, yeah, obviously.
Like,
I'm sure. I'm surprised they haven't come up with, like, some sort of, like, monthly subscription for it. Like fucking everything else.
Have you heard of I can't remember. I want to say there's some states that do it, but I think in Canada. But basically, if it's you can go have yourself suicided, like.
Yes. No. Yeah. The assisted suicide.
Yeah.
I am pro that idea.
Really?
I am. And I'll tell you why I'm pro that idea. Okay. First of all, as we get older, and I'm sure both of us are already kind of feeling it, right? The back hurts a little bit more. You can't stand up as fast, you feel
can't trust
you didn't
farts.
drink. Right. No, for real. Okay. Weird pains. You're just like, shit. You're like, walk it off, boy. It's fine. And a lot of times it's because we can't afford to go find out what it is anyway. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So towards the end of your life, if you have something, God forbid, if you have something terminal like cancer, or if your loved one has dementia, or one of my friend Cassie's, her aunt actually was put in the hospital it'll be 2 weeks ago tomorrow. And they told their family like her body is like it's shutting down and she is passing. They had to move her to hospice at the end of last week because she still hadn't passed. She was hanging on. Bad bitch alert, was just hanging on. Okay. But she wasn't like awake. She wasn't like super, like they didn't put her in a coma or anything like that, but her body was shutting down. So she was in a like coma-like state. Well, they moved her to hospice. And the first 2 hospice they tried to put her in, she was rejected. How you get rejected for a hospice, I don't understand. I don't understand how you could actively be dying and the hospice is like, nah, you're not dead enough. Sorry. Like that's like, what the fuck? Like, are you fucking kidding me right now?
We don't
like,
take EBT.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm sorry. Oh my God. Oh wait, who did you say your insurance was with? Oh no. We don't deal with that company. No. So they got her into a hospice. She just passed yesterday.
Mhm.
So she hung on for a week and a half, almost 2 weeks of being in a ICU for a week. How much freaking money do we think that's gonna be, right? And then the hospice cost, how much do you think that's gonna be? I mean, it's just all these costs, right? So if you're dying in a hospital for weeks or days or whatever the case may be, that bill's gonna be astronomical.
Well, so you're saying if you're already dying,
Yes.
but like, what about somebody like you or I?
Like if we were like,
do you support that? Somebody who has
No,
still
I don't.
a life ahead
I
of
don't.
them.
Because if you make that decision, like, look, I'm not going to judge you for making that decision for yourself. It's your
Uh-huh.
life, boo. No judgment. But if you make that decision for yourself because you can't
Handle
do it
life.
anymore,
Yeah.
then you need to do it yourself. You don't need to put that on somebody else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, people have been doing it since the beginning of time just fine by themselves, right? But I do believe that as humans, we should have the right to say, hey, I don't want to suffer anymore. I don't want to keep going through these treatments if it's not going to do anything. I don't want to keep putting my family through this grief. I don't want to keep racking up these bills. I want to choose when it's my time. So then you can have your goodbyes. You can, have your talks about your wishes. You can do all that stuff before, right? So then people aren't rushing in and finding out afterwards and then having the guilt of, oh, I didn't even get to say goodbye, or, oh, the last time I saw her, it was, we got in a fight, or whatever the case may be, right? I think as humans, we should absolutely have the right to say we don't want to keep going through it and go easy, right? Hell, fucking prisoners go easier than we do, right?
Yeah.
So I think we should. But if you're young and or healthy and you're struggling too much and you feel like this plane isn't for you anymore, then you go do that.
I still think like, even with the older dying person, like I can see it like feeling like the burden, but the family itself, in not all cases, but I would say most cases, doesn't mind dealing with said burden. It's not a burden.
No.
It's out of the way for us. But
No. No, and I get what you're saying, but I think at that moment the family's also not thinking of the big picture burden.
I agree.
You're just thinking of, right, because we grieve people when they pass
Mm-hmm.
because of that emptiness that we now have in our lives, right?
Right.
Like whatever they gave to us in life, right? That phone call every day, or that annual vacation, or all these things that we have with that person, that's what we're grieving, right? How do we keep going and fill up that space, right, that they used to be in, that they're no longer able to have, because the person who's gone, they're good. right?
Yeah.
Like they're good. They're happy, they're not hurting, there's no suffering, there's no stress, there's no burden at all. They're good. So we grieve for ourselves. And I think that as people, just like as humans, when you're in that moment, when you know that a loved one of yours is passing, all you can think about is, no, I want that person here.
It almost sounds as though grieving is a selfish act.
Oh, 100%. I believe that 100%.
I mean, I don't know. I've never heard anybody say that, but like it just sound like that sounds like a natural, uh, selfish act to
Yeah.
grieve
Yeah.
someone's death. Because
And
I
it is.
believe, like when somebody close to me dies, or like, Bam, that one hurt. That one hurt.
Yeah. Oh,
I
I know.
miss Bam. But, I always I always look at it like they're back home.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
they got to go back home. Like,
Yes.
you should be
Like,
celebrating.
absolutely. And I was very lucky. It's not going to sound like I was lucky, but I think it helped give me my my view on death and things like that. But I've been around a lot of death my whole life. I mean, my first funeral, I was I scared my mom. I actually fell asleep in a coffin. Scared the shit out of my
God.
mother. Scared the shit out of my mother. But I was like, I bet that shit was cozy as shit though. But I had, my parents, that my mother especially, like she had a very healthy way of looking at death, and that it's not, it's not the end. Like I remember when we lost when I lost my first family pet. It was my Frowsy, my cat Frowsy. He was a Siamese, and I loved him so much. And I remember asking my mom, like, why does he have to die? And she looked at me and she said, Mandy, he didn't die, his body died. Right? Like he didn't die, his body just had to die. And she said, but it's okay because he can just find another one. Right? And he's fine. And I for some reason, as a small child, I hung on to that. And I do believe that people are the same way as pets, right? I do feel like they will find their way back, right? And it's just the body that's gone, right? And as I grew older, and there was more funerals and more stuff, and my mom would always tell me, like, never pity the dead. Never pity the dead. It's, first of all, it's bad luck, but second of all, there's no reason. There's no reason to pity the dead. They're, like I said, they're good. They're not hurting anymore. They're not suffering anymore. They're not burdened anymore by this world and by society and norms and bills and stress and all of these things. You pity the living that they leave behind, because those are the ones that feel it, right?
Yeah.
Like, we're the ones that are left where we feel the death. The dead doesn't feel the death. We do. We feel that. So it's just a matter of filling in that space that they left.
Death.
And that's kind of what we get through.
I've heard people say they're afraid of death because is it going to hurt or whatever, but death only hurts the ones that are left behind.
Yeah. I would imagine it's just like falling asleep or being born. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't feel like it's going to necessarily be something that's super horribly traumatic, because you're already going to be going through pain leading up to the death, right? And that's the suffering part, right?
Yeah.
But the actual death, I would just imagine it would just be like falling asleep.
Yeah.
Right? So, I mean, and then, whatever you believe is next, it's just the next adventure for them. But the ones that are left behind, they're the ones that are left with planning and figuring and grieving and moving on and trying to get things back on track and all this stuff. But like the person that passed, they're good to go, man. Like, they're, like,
this conversation has definitely given me a different perspective. Like you and I agree on a lot. Like when it
Mhm.
comes to death and the thoughts of it, but just thinking about, you know, it's selfish to mourn the death when they're in reality they're the ones that are,
Mhm.
they're free.
Yeah.
We're
Well, and
not.
I no, absolutely not. No, because like I said, we still have to go to work, right? We still have to pay our bills. We still have to raise our kids and clean our homes
Pay taxes and
yeah, pay taxes and have our random pains and slowly feel ourselves get older and things like that. Like
God,
we still have to do all of those
I'm only
things. And
38 years old. If I go another 38 years old and it's double this,
yeah,
I don't want to deal with that.
dude, for real though, right? Like I was even like, I mean, it was kind of a joke, but kind of not a joke, right? But I was just like, I was like, well, shit. I was like, you know what? I'm okay. Like if I go, I'm okay. I had a good life. I did most of what I want to do, right? I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything,
Yeah.
and I'm fine. And I was like, but if I want to make it to Valhalla, I need to go out as a warrior, which means I got to fight somebody. So I gotta do something. I've got to start. I got to start some shit.
I
Okay.
gotta.
Or Odin's not gonna let me in, right? Like he's gonna be like, "Girl, please, mm-mm, no,
You go
you
pick a
know,
fight at a
right?"
bar or something.
Exactly. Like I gotta like throw a empty can at somebody or something, and
Yeah.
and get
Break a
get
bottle against the bar.
something, right? I gotta make a scene,
Sling a
right?
chair.
So it
Yeah.
can go, but because it is kind of like what you know, I think it's incredible to get old, and not everybody gets to get old, and I try to remember that that's not something that needs to be taken for granted, but the prospect of it is just
I have always,
terrible.
I have always, like that's my biggest fear. Like I'm not really afraid of anything, you know.
Right.
Like I'm more afraid of getting old than I am of dying.
Oh yeah.
You
Yeah,
know, like,
absolutely. Yeah.
and I guess the fear of getting old is not being able to do anything.
Yeah.
And
Well, and
like I know there's 170-year-old people out there that are still running track to this day, but
mhm.
not everybody can do that. And I
No.
guess it's the
No.
way you treat yourself throughout your life, but come on.
At the same time, is it though? I mean, I kind of also even question that,
Like
right? Like
yeah,
I almost wonder if even that's a scam. Like, don't get me wrong. I know that things, doing things is going to get you, deteriorating a lot faster, right?
some
I
people
know
some people can smoke for 10 years, some people can smoke for 90 years.
exactly.
Yeah.
Some people, can drink and be alcoholics for decades and still like I feel like yes, like I'm not saying just be a freaking obese couch potato and pray that you're 85 one day.
Yeah.
I'm not saying
Right,
that,
right.
right? But and I'm not saying having a somewhat healthy life isn't obviously maybe better. But I mean, is that healthy life really getting us any further than we were before? Right? Because like my grandparents, right? My dad's parents, they both smoked and they both passed of lung cancer. But they were in their 90s.
Yeah.
Like they were my grandfather was 93 and my grandmother was 90. So are you saying that if they didn't smoke, they would have lived to 110? Or could they have just lived to 80? Like did it really really matter, right? I feel like our genetics probably play more
I think our
of a role
yeah.
than they want us to think that they do, right? Because again, the health industry is huge. It's a multi-billion dollar industry, right? If you're, and because what was it like 6 months back? They said that you know actually just drinking water isn't like actually doing anything. Like you actually
Yeah,
need
I heard
more
that.
stuff than that because
I heard that.
right, because with our water, not anything against water, but with our water being so filtered and so this and so it's stripping everything out of the damn water. So I'm sitting there thinking, okay, now if I was one of them bitches that had those big old Stanley freaking jugs and being like, I gotta drink one of these every fucking day. Look at me. I'm so fucking great with my little water jug, right? And I saw that wasn't doing shit for me. Do you know how fucking pissed I would be? I'd be so fucking mad because I hate drinking a shit ton of water because then you gotta pee every 10 fucking minutes. Like, I don't want to be in the bathroom for 4 hours, Sharon, every day just because I got to pee real quick. And then to find out that's not even fucking doing anything. Come on, guys. Like, come on. Like, I say fuck it. Like, can we just be happy? Can we just enjoy shit? Like, god damn. You think mental health is bad now? Hell, at least we still got fucking alcohol and nicotine.
You and your talking about your jug of water, your canteen of water. my fucking jug of water, I gotta drink every day.
The best part about that is you pictured her.
100%. Like I had a 4K image in my head.
You knew exactly who the fuck I was talking about.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
You know, like it's just, you know, I just say, you know, fuck it, eat the cake, bitch, eat the fucking cake.
Yeah.
You know, it's not. I mean, really, and what really did it was when, who was it? Was it Richard Simmons? The 80s aerobics dude.
Oh,
yeah. A few years ago. That's really when I was like, wait a minute. Right? Like, that's really what.
How old was he when he died?
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Like 50?
But I'm sitting there going, isn't Willie Nelson still alive?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know? Isn't fucking like Mick Jagger still alive?
What was there? The lady from one of your favorite shows, the show with the old 4 old ladies?
Golden Girls?
Golden Girls. Which one's the one that lived forever and then finally died?
Betty White.
Betty White.
She died like 10 days or maybe even less shy of her 100th birthday.
Damn.
Yeah, she died like 17 days shy of her 100th birthday because her birthday is January 17th, which is the day after mine. Okay. And she died like on like either like right at Christmas or right at New Year's. But yeah, she made it like
I bet they had bets going on in heaven.
Dude, and Betty White was a dirty girl.
I
love her.
She was trying so hard. That is great.
She was so amazing. I love all of them. He was only 76.
Oh. I don't know why I thought 50.
You know, he was 50 in the 80s when I was doing his aerobic tapes in my mama had.
I feel like he was 50 years old for like 30 years.
Don't they? There are some people that just like they hit that age and then they just look like that forever.
Plateau.
Like forever.
At the perfect age.
I swear Clint Eastwood has been 112 since 1920.
Right.
You know, like I swear he has.
Morgan Freeman. Like
yes,
that guy's
one. Like just, you hit that old man age and then you just look like that forever.
Yeah.
God damn. You're not just drinking water. We know it. It's okay. Wink, wink. We know the truth, right? Like that's not it.
Bacon and cigarettes.
Fuck yeah. I had, there's so many, because that's why I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, with these people that are older, right? That when you're growing up in the 50s, like when my dad was growing up or in the 60s or 70s, like they were not given 2 fucks about health.
Right.
And they're still making it into their, like, how old do you want to be? I personally don't care to be 115. Like, I don't. I don't care.
Unless I'm in exceptional shape when I hit like 70.
Yeah, like I can actually like move.
Like
and be
70,
mobile.
80. Like unless I'm in great shape.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, how much more do
turn
you
off my
want?
insurance, turn off my life support, whatever,
Yes, because how pissed off would you be at the end of your life and you did all of the things, right? You ate your fucking bullshit kale, You did your water jugs, you did your exercising, you did the minerals and the vitamins and all the bullshit. And you end up with dementia anyway. Like, again, it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
So, like, so what?
You're too far gone to even be able to judge
Exactly, like,
yourself
you
after
don't
all the
even-
shit you tried to do to
Yeah.
save yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Like, does it matter now? No.
No.
It doesn't matter.
Man, that's
So-
funny.
At this point, I think I got to the point where I'm just so over literally everything.
Yeah. Just
That
burn
I'm
out
just
on life.
like,
Yeah.
Can we just be happy,
Yeah.
right? Like, can we
I just want to wake up and be happy.
Yeah, because like I'm a big Disney fan. I have been a Disney fan my whole life. And when I saw that stuff got busted with Disney,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, well, good. At least some fucking pedos are getting arrested, right? At least some of them are getting done, right? Because I am one that if you are into that kind of thing, I don't believe we should allow you to breathe anymore immediately.
Agreed. Agreed.
No hesitation, no nothing. No sympathy for you.
Mm-hmm.
But somebody who knows that I am, a Disney fan and stuff, as soon as that came, he called me and he was like, so are you gonna you're gonna stop liking Disney now? And I was like, no. And they were like, well, there's been rumors that they've been trafficking forever and da-da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, well, of course there are. But as we've recently found it out, so is everybody.
Yeah.
Just saying, just throwing that out there. I was like, I'm going to choose to still allow myself to be happy sometimes.
If everything came out the way it should come out,
Mhm.
we would no longer be a free country. We would
No, exactly.
be
Like,
taken
literally
over.
everybody.
America
Mhm.
would collapse.
Yep.
And we would become property of somebody else.
Absolutely.
Then
So
we'd
it's
all
like-
be fucking slaves.
Absolutely. I mean, right? So I'm just like, so I'm going to choose joy. So if something
Yeah.
makes me happy, I'm just going to fucking roll with it
Mm-hmm.
because what the hell else are we supposed to do? If I stopped watching every movie with an actor in it that spat off some stupid shit, stopped reading every book where some author spat out some stupid shit, what would I have? I would literally have nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have nothing left for what? So I'm just supposed to sit on my couch by myself and just be miserable?
Right.
Go fuck off, right? Like, go fuck yourself. Like, you
Yeah.
can be miserable. I choose not to be miserable.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. I'm going to watch my Zootopia 2 and I'm going to laugh because it's hysterical.
There you go.
In my little Stitch sweatshirt, right? Like,
I love that.
and be happy.
Well, this has been
Oh,
fun, Amanda. We've
has.
we've touched on a lot of subjects tonight. I liked it.
We have. Oh, I've got a fun fact
Oh
that
yeah.
I actually I did not know this and I did look it up to clarify because I didn't believe it at first.
Amanda's fun fact of the day.
My fun fact. So, bubble wrap
Oh.
was initially invented as wallpaper.
Wow.
Yes, in 1957
For
they
padded
tried,
rooms?
Yes, like they were trying to they were marketing it as like this innovative textured wallpaper.
That is wild.
Well, nobody bought it
Yeah, obviously.
because that sounds dumb as shit. But whatever. So then they tried to pivot and say it was for greenhouses, right? So it's like greenhouse wrapping.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's doing greenhouses, so they didn't give a shit about that. It wasn't until IBM called the company who was drowning at the time and about to go out of business and said, hey, we think that actually might work for our equipment, right? To wrap our equipment in it before it actually started working as,
Wow.
wrap
That
in
is
packages. And
that's
I was
wild.
like, that is an insane origin story.
Some
right?
nerd at IBM's like, hey,
Yeah, hey,
come on.
my wife tried to talk me into this ugly ass wallpaper. It didn't work, but I bet you we could wrap our computers in it.
Yeah. His wife wanted a wallpaper, but he's like, nah,
Yeah, he's
we
like,
can use that at work.
That's hideous. Yeah, that's hideous. I'm not putting that on my walls. But you know what I could do, right?
Protect my.
I could protect the computer equipment,
Yeah.
right, for IBM. But yeah, so that's how it ended up being
That is cool.
changed to
That
marketing.
is
I
awesome.
was just like, I did not know that. Because, like, I've heard about, like, the Play-Doh being a cleaner initially, right? And
Oh,
all this stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, it was supposed to be for, like, to get marks off your walls.
Mm.
And because of children are
Yeah.
gross. But anyway, but I didn't know about the bubble wrap was supposed to be wallpaper. And I was like, I wonder if that's why they're in, like, rolls that look like wallpaper.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they come
Yeah.
in, like, the rolls, and you just kind of, like, I wonder if that's why.
That is interesting. That's
know,
a
you
fun
just-
fact.
Put it on the wall. But yeah, I thought that was fun. I hadn't heard that one before.
Hell yeah.
So yeah,
Well,
gotta love it.
If you want some new wallpaper, bubble
I
wrap
know.
is.
Maybe we could try to revive what they were going
Yeah.
for.
I just think
just
of
feel like
I just
lot of
think of a
people-
padded room, like for somebody who's just lost their shit.
I feel like even if I put it as wallpaper and like tried to rock that look, I would be so mad if somebody like accidentally popped one of the bubbles. You know, like I
Yeah.
would be like, no, that's my wallpaper.
Yeah.
You know, because you